Ooh, hello. I bet you've studied English for some years, right? You've learnt the grammar rules, the vocabulary lists, gone to class, but sometimes it's just boring, right? You lose motivation, and even feel like giving up motivation. I've lost motivation. Well, I'm here to tell you how to study without losing motivation so that you can enjoy being a confident and fluent speaker of English. Are you ready? Let's do it. Hello, it's Keith from the Keith Speaking Academy, here to help you become and enjoy being a confident speaker of English. Also today, I want to talk about motivation and helping you with motivation when you're studying English. If you're anything like me, sometimes you lose motivation, right? You just don't want to carry on studying. And when that happens, you feel bad. And you may think, gosh, what's wrong with me? Why? Well, listen, let me tell you, there is nothing wrong with you. It's absolutely normal to lose motivation. What's important is how you handle that feeling of losing motivation. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you how to handle the loss of motivation and that feeling. Spoiler, losing motivation is not a problem. Listen carefully. Also, I'll give you 5 tips, practical things you can start doing today and tomorrow and next week, forever, to keep you motivated with your English. And at the end, I'm going to give you a little challenge that you can do today to get motivated. Okay, let's begin at the beginning. Right, losing motivation does not mean you have failed. It is so normal to lose motivation. It's impossible to be motivated all the time. You can't be happy all the time. You need the contrast, the ups and the downs, right? It's going to happen. The thing is, I find, like when I'm studying French, that, suddenly work gets very, very busy. Something comes up. There's a family crisis. In short, life takes over. And you just can't study. You don't have time or the mindset to study. And that's fine. The challenge is, of course, a week goes past and you think, okay, next week I'll get back in. But then another week goes past and then another, and suddenly it's 4 weeks or 2 months. And the longer you go without studying, the harder it is to get back in. Because you're thinking, no. Okay, next week I'll make a new plan. Start fresh, 3 times a week, 1 hour a day. And then next week, it doesn't happen. It's just too overwhelming. And this is where the 5-minute rule works like magic. The 5-minute rule, I've just made that up, I think. 5-minute rule is you say, right now, I'm going to do 5 minutes of English. Or for me, 5 minutes of French. You've got 5 minutes, right? I mean, just imagine you're going to go to the toilet, but don't go. Take those 5 minutes and do something in English, or for me, in French. Maybe I'll just review my notes. I've got my notes here. Or I'll just listen to a podcast or just get a little article up off the internet. 5 minutes. And time yourself and stop after 5 minutes. And that's it. And you'll realize, oh wow, that was easy. And you're back in. You're already back in just with 5 minutes. And then you're in the flow again. And it's much easier tomorrow to do another 5 minutes. In fact, when you're doing this, if after 5 minutes you want to carry on, don't. Stop. Keep the hunger. Because then tomorrow, when you do 5 minutes, that hunger will drive you to do another 5 minutes. And then slowly you build it up over time. Okay? Don't try and get a huge habit really quickly. Just build it up over time. And that is a much better way of handling that loss of motivation. It's not a failure. It's natural. Be happy. Keep going. The 5-minute rule. Okay, let's have a look now at 5 very practical tips to help you keep motivated. First of all, take control. What I mean here is take control of your learning. I think some people think motivation is about discipline. I must do it. Even if I don't want to, I must do it every day. No pain, no gain. I'm not sure about that. If it works, okay. But if not, I think motivation is about taking control of your learning. Think about it. When you were at school, you didn't choose what to learn. The teachers told you. And were you motivated? Often not. When you take control of the learning, you're going to be more motivated. And as an adult, there are certain things you want. You want to be controlling and choosing things that you learn, things that you enjoy, things that are relevant, and things that are useful. And that is going to motivate you a lot more. Okay? When I say things that you enjoy, if you play football and you enjoy football, watch a football match in English or read about something in English about football. Things that are relevant. Well, if you're a nurse, read an article about hospitals. Or if you're a doctor, read something related to medicine. Useful. Well, if you're thinking about going on holiday where they speak English, learn something related to the beach or food, restaurants that will be useful when you have that experience. Okay. So take control of your learning. You can, as an adult, okay, choose things A, that you enjoy, B, that are relevant, and C, that are useful for you. That is a great place to start. Right. Number 2, set tiny goals. Tiny just means very, very, very small. So rather than thinking about your goal as, well, I'm going to be fluent by Christmas or fluent by December, change that. I mean, that's a very, very big goal. That's like saying, I'm going to be president. Yeah, all right, but how are you going to do that? What are the steps you're going to take? Okay, it's such a big goal. And it's, is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it realistic? Okay, you've heard of SMART goals. Trying to make your goals much more specific and things that you can measure so you see the progress, because that motivates as well. And also something that is realistic, that really you can achieve, right? What, fluent by December? Maybe, maybe not, okay? So tiny goals, small goals that you can reach. So rather than being fluent by December, in the next month or the next week, let's do a week. In the next week, I want to learn 10 words to talk about food. That's very specific. You can measure it. You can measure it. I'll talk about that in a moment. And probably quite realistic. And then, the week after, 10 words about travel. The week after, 10 words about something else. That's vocabulary oriented, but you can have different goals, but make them specific and realistic. Set tiny goals. Number 3, make your learning visible. This is a huge motivator. If you can see the progress, you're going to be much more motivated. There are very simple ways of doing this. One of them is when you're learning words, keep a notebook. This is my French notes on different topics, and I can see what I'm studying. It's motivating. Now, I understand that is not the same as it being here or coming out here. But what can I do? Also, you can test yourself. You can make little tests. You can do this with AI. Put in the words, get it to give you a test. Test yourself at the end of the week to see if this is actually here. And then test yourself to see if you can use it. Make an audio recording talking about the topic, trying to use those words. See if you can do it. It may not be perfect, but you know what? Learning languages is not perfect. It's messy. It's a real mess. And that's the beauty of it. So often it's not seeing the perfect score. It's a feeling of progress. I feel I'm getting better. I can see the words. I can hear my recording. Yes, I feel there's progress. And when you can see or feel progress, that is a very, very strong motivator. Give it a go. Let's move on. Number 4, and this is one of my favorites, do something new. Novelty. I love that word, novelty, meaning something new, right? Something novel, the adjective. Well, novel as a noun is a book. Novel as an adjective means new, right? From Latin, French, nouveau, Spanish, nuevo. Nuevo. And that's my Spanish self coming out. So, novel, something novel. The noun in English is novelty. Do something new, right? Because the truth is, if you've been studying the same class, with the same teacher, with the same course book, the same course for weeks and weeks, you're going to get bored. It's normal. You're human, right? So change. You know, if you've been watching me for years, go and watch another teacher. Come back after, right? Don't go away. But have a bit of a change, right? What was the expression in English? What was it? Oh, I've forgotten. A change is as good as... Oh, come on. You guys will remember. Let me know what that one is. But, you know, meaning that something new is a great thing to do, right? So if you're studying English with the same book, do something new. Now, I don't mean forget the teacher and the book and the course. That study habit and routine is really important. But in addition, on top of that, do something new. Watch a new film. Read a new novel. A novel. Listen to a new podcast. Just something different. A change. Something different that will motivate you and keep you going. It doesn't replace your habit. It complements together. Keep your study habit with the good old teacher and course and etc. But also do something new. Novelty. That's what it's about. Let's carry on. Okay, are there any farmers watching today? If you're a farmer, let me know. Farmers, right, will understand this idea. It's about rotation of crops, which is going round. Rotate to go round. When you're growing different plants, at least in England many years ago, as far as I understand, the farmers had 3 plots of land. One would be empty. They'd have some plants here and different plants here. The next year, they'd rotate. And this would be the empty one. And these plants would move here and they would move here. And they would rotate. The idea, I think, I'm not an expert, but is to keep the soil fresh and full of nutrition so the plants could grow. If the plants stay in the same soil year after year, it doesn't work. It's not sustainable. Funnily enough, it's exactly the same with learning English or learning languages. You can think of the 3 plots of land as input, like the things you read and study or watch or listen to. Input, often the things you study, right? You're there studying. Secondly, the practice, when you're speaking to yourself, to other people, or you're writing something or doing a video diary, practicing. And the third is real life experience, authentic experience. Maybe going on holiday, meeting a native speaker, reading a real book, watching a real film without subtitles, that real life experience. So the rotation, the idea is that you should be doing all of these at different times. So maybe Monday, you're doing study, Tuesday, some practice, Wednesday, a real life experience, watch a film, and you're rotating. Because if you're always doing just the study, you're going to lose motivation. There's no nutrition. It's not sustainable. So if you want to be a sustainable language learner, be a sustainable farmer of language. You're with me? That idea, rotation. Rotate, go round, do different things. Great. Let's move on. So there you have it. Motivation is not a failure. It's perfectly normal, right? What's important is how you feel about it. And you've got 5 things you can do straight away to start getting motivated again. And when you fall off the wagon, when you feel you're not motivated, don't worry, don't feel bad. In fact, enjoy it. Oh, I've got a bit of a break. That's great. And then the 5-minute rule, get back into it slowly and follow some of these tips. Here's a challenge for you, right? 3 things I would like you to try and do. Now, don't try, do them. 3 things. First of all, I want you to choose some content you would like to learn for your English. Remember, things that are enjoyable, relevant, or useful. And just choose some content. That's number 1. Number 2, I then want you to set a tiny goal, a little goal, something specific, easy to measure, realistic for the next week or 2 weeks. Okay? And number 3, I then want you to test yourself. At the end of the week or the 2 weeks, get a test yourself somehow and see how that works for you. Simple as that. That's my challenge for you. Go ahead and try it. Let me know in the comments how it goes. I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, you can download the PDF for all of these tips and ideas so you can remember them, put them into practice, and please do subscribe. Almost forgot. If you'd like to support my work on YouTube, you can join the channel here and get access to more videos. There'll be an extra one about everything I've missed out here about motivation. That will be coming soon as well, if you're a member. And for everybody, thank you so much for watching me today. It's been great, interesting, and fun for me. I hope so for you, motivating you. I hope just a tiny little bit. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. That's it for today. Take care, my friend. All the best now. Bye-bye.